day of cricket in Bengaluru. Typical New Zealand. They bamboozled Sri Lanka. What do you feel?
Typical Sri Lankan also. they,
Yeah,
they didn't put runs again. So that's
yeah.
sad to see.
And also,
What
they
to do?
like what happened against India. Same thing happened today also. They lost 5 wickets in first 10 overs, and there was no coming back for them.
Yeah, I think they would have got out cheaply, like maybe 110, 120 if it wasn't a drop catch of Kushal Pereira and he went on scoring 50 runs.
Yeah, and also
If
I was happy that Sri Lanka showed some resilience at the end. Someone like Dilshan Madhushanka showed some resilience, and also one guy who is not delivering with ball is batting well.
then
He's batting Teachana.
I mean, in total, he would have taken 5 wickets in this World Cup.
Yeah,
Main
five to
ball.
six wickets. It's a horrible tournament for them. None of the Sri Lankan players have done exceptionally well in this tournament. But
Madhushanka.
I feel if you leave Dilshan Madhushanka, none of them has done anything in this tournament. Only four players scored runs about 250. That is Kusal Mendes, Samar Vikrama, Charit Asalanka and Pathun Nisanka. And one player who took 21 wickets, that was Dilshan Madhushanka. Today he had an off day. Today he couldn't get the initial breakthrough. So if we see that team, it's like only five players are playing proper cricket. Others are all just fillers.
Yeah, exactly. If you see, I think apart from the initial two games where Mendes played
Perform.
performed those 120 and 176 runs. So total 200 runs he scored in those two matches itself. And after that, in total, he wouldn't have remaining 7 matches. He wouldn't have scored 100 runs.
I have his record also. Correctly said. He scored 96 in remaining 7 matches after getting captaincy.
Yeah, that showed in previous shows or previous videos when we spoke about his captaincy. We highlighted this point also after the captaincy being given to him. He's not scoring runs at all,
And also,
and he was scoring runs very
whereas
quickly in
whereas his responsibility gone means he was a good test cricketer. Okay, he used to have good defense. Today, the way he got out for Boult, that was not at all needed. That shot was not at all needed.
I mean, why do you want to play that? They could have actually. They were actually playing well. They tried to negate the swing early on. That was actually the correct approach which they were trying to do. Keep wickets in hand. Later part of like after 20 overs, ball softens and short ground, small ground, easy to hit. Nothing is happening on the ground. So they could have utilized that. That I don't know what was that shot. He was trying to flick it and it took an edge and on third man took a good catch.
Rachin Ravindra good catch in third man region. And also first time in this tournament, New Zealand are taking more than 2 wickets in the power play. Boult being in their team is a great asset. But the thing is, they have always means in this tournament, Boult has little bit struggled in the power play. So finally, he's coming back to the form. He's peaking at the right time. I feel.
I mean, he was actually bowling in very good channels there. The length around 6 meter length, that channel he was bowling consistently. He was not bowling too full, too short to anyone. So it was the perfect line. And considering Sri Lanka also down with confidence, so it helped him today to get those like
Early
power play
breakthrough.
wickets, early
Yeah.
breakthroughs.
And also,
Uh,
initially in the tournament, Shrik, I felt Matt Henry dominated their bowling attack, and suddenly now Boult is taking that responsibility. It's good signs for New Zealand going into the semi-finals. I doubt so. Pakistan will have that margin victory or something like that.
calculation which has come up. Then it is like something England has sorry Pakistan had to have to score around 300 runs, and England should bowl out within 50 runs or something. And or if England is batting first, they should all out
Then
by within
Pakistan should
50 runs.
chase the
And
total in 5 overs or 4 overs. That is
yeah, 5 overs.
mathematically possible, but in cricket in knowledge, it's not at all feasible. Any team can, none of the team can score that much runs.
In book cricket also it is not possible.
Yeah, so Pakistan for them, I feel it's shutters closed. Only way they can means defeat come into and only way they can avail the semi-final spot is to score 450 runs against England and getting them all out for 150 runs, which is highly unlikely. Let's not jump into the game. Let's first discuss about this. New Zealand, Kane Williamson winning the toss, elected to ball first. Was it a surprising decision for you?
I think no, because today also the same similar condition was there. The match when it was happened against Pakistan, although they scored 400 runs, but during the night, Pakistan got a very good start and they scored 200 runs in 25 overs. So I think that from there they would have taken the lead from last game which they have played here. So they wanted to continue that pattern. So that's why they chose to bowl first. And considering Sri Lanka's batting is not that good, they would actually wanted to do that because they would have a score in their sight and they can chase it quickly. So that's what they did today. Sri Lanka scored some 170 run and they scored within 224 to 25 overs. That's what required, and if they do that, the equation gets away from Pakistan any which ways.
Yeah.
So, and which is before
You
that itself, it was a crazy calculation for Pakistan to qualify and overtake New Zealand position. But after New Zealand's convincing win, uh, it is getting I
The
think one
shutter is
percent chance.
getting closed. It's now. I don't feel it's outside chance of 2% Pakistan has, which is highly unlikely. Talking with the toss, I felt this pitch was similar. Means this pitch was similar to England versus Sri Lanka game. There was initial movement. It's not a really that batting friendly wicket as we see in Chinnaswamy. So there was initial movement. So New Zealand rightfully, Ken Williamson is a brilliant cricketer. He reads the pitch well, and he chose to bowl first. And initially, even Southee was bowling tremendously well. Almost he got 2 wickets in the first over of his bowling, but there was one drop catch by Latham, which made Kusal Pereira, which took him, and he smashed 150.
I mean, I think he would have taken the leaf out of Maxwell when he got lives. He said, "Today is my day. Let me hit. If I get out, I'll get out. If not, so once his catch was dropped, I think he was on score. He was on zero that time.
Yeah,
He didn't score anything.
and
So as soon as
he went and flashed hard after that thing. He went and flashed hard.
yeah, that was needed. He was actually playing proper shot. It's not like rash shots he was playing. Than the other teammates. If you have seen dismissals of Pereira itself, um, uh, not the Kusal Pereira, the other Pereira captain.
Yeah, Mendes.
So, yeah,
Kusal Mendes, dismissal of Patun Nisanka, Samar Vikrama, all were means always pathetic. All were playing a different line. They're not negating the moving ball, and yeah, New Zealand tremendously means did they won the match in first 10 overs only. That's what I can tell. And the match went on. The Sri Lanka went on to bat till 46, 47 overs. That was bit boring, but New Zealand was
I mean,
not able to pick the remaining wickets.
I mean that shows that how true the wicket was.
Yeah,
After 20 overs, it is nothing for bowlers there unless you have very good and which is New Zealand have good skills, but unless bowlers are on their mark, all the balls. Other than that, there was nothing for the bowlers. After 20th over, it was all you can see. Tikshana, Madhushanka, Chamira, they stayed there for longer time. They
It
scored runs.
it was surprising that someone with the experience of Matthews and De Silva couldn't stand much, and they got out with the deliveries of Santner, which was fourth stump line. They play spin day in and day out in Sri Lanka, and they couldn't negate that normal spin from Mitch Santner.
It looked like they wanted to edge it because the ball
Yeah,
the ball was not spinning that much. They could have played it easily. And considering Bangalore pitch doesn't give that much spin, maybe they thought, okay, the ball is not going to spin much, so they tried to play it that shot and edged it. And uh, Matthews, okay, somewhat is okay, acceptable, but DDJ's Dhananjay's dismissal was like he wanted to edge it. He literally was
yeah.
giving catching practices.
Matt is also, I feel sorry for him. The thing is, he has come back into the squad. So he has only scored 51 runs in 5 matches, which is highly disappointing. It's not, he cannot run away with saying that one incident which caused it everything or something like that, because he was not good at all in this tournament. Average of 10 is shambolic for his vast experience, and also he's playing in Asian conditions, which he is suited for.
Yeah, I think it will be a surprising call for him as well when they called him midway. Maybe the preparations are not done to that level. He was not mentally prepared to come and play that level because he knows that for
See,
Sri Lanka. He's not there in the plan, so he wouldn't have thought, okay, I'll get chance. And after
but
he was not selected
Shrikant, when
immediately.
you get an opportunity like this, you have to grab it. Like someone like Rachin Ravindra, see how he grabbed it. Before the tournament, he was no one, but suddenly coming into this tournament, everyone is now talking about him, and he has actually means surpassed Sachin Tendulkar in that record. Means below 25
Yeah,
age, scoring
below
maximum
25,
runs.
scoring highest runs. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so.
it was first Sachin, then Bauer. Now Sachin Ravindra has taken both of them. Now he's
Yeah.
the number one.
Yeah, and he has one more game to go also. Means against India. If they win, they have one more game also. So he can very well end up scoring tournament. So he has high chances of doing that. And also the intent by which he bats, it is exceptional. And also today, the way he bowled in the right areas, he was turning it up. All those things, it looked good for me.
I mean, he was not that lucky to get many wickets today, but he was bowling very good into the very good channels. He got a wicket, the last wicket which he got.
He got
That
two
one
wickets,
was
Strick.
really
He got two wickets. Uh,
good. The last dismissal of the last wicket of Sri Lanka, the number the uh, pitched on the length and spun a bit and took a edge of Madhushanka. So that one was the more pleasing to watch because that ball was not doing that much and still he was able to get some purchase out of the pitch. Was nice to see and shows the rhythm he is in. So and also his confidence also takes you if you're an all rounder and you're taking care of one aspect. Obviously, the second aspect, which is either batting or bowling, automatically get enhanced, and it showed in this whole tournament till now.
yeah. And apart from that, Strick, he also said in post-match interview that he really wants to play in Bengaluru. He will like to come back. So he is hinting something. Some RCB fans will be really delighted to see that interview.
See, not only RCB, there are 9 other teams who are looking at Rachin Ravindra. So it all depends on how much money you are willing to spend on him because
Yeah.
everyone would need a player like him who knows the condition in and out, uh, uh, irrespective of he's playing for New Zealand because his any which ways his root is from India, so he will be more equipped with the and he's a very good all-rounder. He can come anywhere. He can open for you. He can come one down, two down. He will give you those 4 overs as well. If not four, at least 2 to 3 overs. So, and in friendly condition for him, he'll obviously be very handy. So it's a good buy for any team, and it'll be he'll be feeling too batting. And considering he's a spinner and bats well, because most of the time in IPLs, if you're a foreign player and if you're either batting or just bowling, if you have only one aspect of the game with you, it gets difficult for them to come into the team. Uh, Otherwise,
And
if you
also
are
he
having
has an
uh,
age
all
under his belt. So teams like Mumbai, who are very keen on investing on a younger talent, will be means seen on him, and they'll like to make him play in their team. There's so many teams coming into the picture. We'll get to that when the IPL auction starts. Let's quickly take one question from our subscriber.
yeah.
What is that other team pacers were not able to do, which Indian pacers were able to do for the team's success?
I mean, good question, Mahesh. So I think it will be the consistency of the length, which other paces are not.
Yeah, exactly. And also,
So India,
the
although even if they are not
and
able
also
to
I
achieve,
feel the SG ball factor also. India are more equipped to ball, and they play in the SG ball. So in the conditions, they know the condition. They hit the right line and length. And I feel some of the experienced bowlers of New Zealand, Australia, are bowling tad too short compared to Indian bowlers. Indian bowlers are attacking, they're bowling at right lengths, lines. They're not bowling too short. They're not giving anything for the batsmen. They're not giving width also for the batsmen. So it becomes very difficult to play that sort of bowling.
yeah, obviously, and when it is happening in home condition, and you know the condition in and out, you've been through your teenage, you have played Ranjis, a lot of domestic games you have played. When there is nothing on the pitch, you still bowl that line and length to get some wickets. So they are now used to it, what to bowl, where to bowl, how to bowl. They know, but if there is swing, they will try to bowl little pitch up. Even if it's not swinging, they will stick to the consistent line and length. They are not bothered to take wickets. They will still try to
More
contain
than
and
swing,
automatically
I
get.
feel Strick, Indian bowlers ace it in seam, especially with their wrist positions. Everyone has a good wrist position when they release the ball. So none of the other teams are really looking into that. Means if you see Chamira or someone like Harris Roth or something like that, they're not concentrating on the wrist position, all those things. They're only concentrating on the pace. Even Mark Wood, so many players. You can take so many players. They're not concentrating on the swing and seam position. So they're not getting the right success playing and taking wickets in India.
And even to like support your answer as well. When you see Madhushanka, he was the leading wicket taker. I think he has taken 20 21 wickets till now, and
Yeah,
if
20.
his position is also nice. Initial up front, he used to bowl very good with his position. He used to land on seam, get it away and into the bat. Was most of the time under of he's not get that many chances. I am talking about the Azmatullah Mazai. His all his position and landing on seam is also exceptional,
Yeah,
which
Strick,
we have seen.
in
He
that
used to come
way,
in middle over.
every team has one bowler who has that proper wrist position, but India is gifted with three bowlers. Yeah, everyone has a proper wrist position, seam action, swing in. They know when to use what. That's what they are equipped with. Someone like Bumrah, someone like Bumrah, who wasn't a proper new ball bowler before this tournament, has surprised me a lot. Means with his ability to control runs in the initial overs.
I mean to see the fact that Shami, your best seam bowler, is coming as one change is
Yeah.
heartening to see, right? So you know how you have developed Bumrah, so that show how he has developed himself and how The board has supported him through his injuries, and the coaches behind him, uh, from his younger age, they have supported him. And now, when you are a complete person as a bowler, you know what to do, when to do, and that's how it showed for Bumrah. His improvement also goes with Siraj as well. His improvement with bowling, and for Shami, you don't have to tell because he's always there with that seam,
He's the
that length.
workhorse.
And he's there. But the most important improvement and to replace Shami for the opening bowlers, and Shami being coming as one down as a first change, it is very very good to see, and
Yeah,
very good
Bumrah
for
has
India
done
as well.
lot of things
Do you
in
have anything?
when he was injured. So that 12 months which he was out, now we can feel we are reaping rewards for that. We were all questioning about his comeback. We're all worried about whether he would be the yeah, same Bumrah he was. Now we are all happy suddenly.
Great, great. Let's read out another question. Just to add to my last question, apart from the Indian spinners, is there any other team spinners impressed you? If so, which one? I think Zampa, after initial two or three games, he has bowled brilliantly. He
Exceptionally
is
well.
taking every
And
game
also,
3 wickets, 4 wickets.
yeah, and also Mitch Santner.
Yeah,
He's performing every game. He is if he's not taking wickets, he's not giving that much runs. He's a very economical bowler, and he knows he's a very smart cricketer. He has a same action, but he knows to vary the delivery. Sometimes he bowls at 70, 75, and at times he has a quicker one of 91 also.
yeah, that's what from starting of the tournament itself he has delivered or aced the length pretty well. He changes from same angle. He'll change the length. He'll same angle. He'll change the pace of the ball. Uh, and when the opposition batsman is actually charging or trying to hit you, those change up matters. And if you have seen, he would bowl little loopier, little wider, and if there is little spin there. Players, the batsman can edge it more than 10 times at least, 7 or 8 times they will edge it for sure.
He's a
And
very
utilizing
smart
his
cricketer,
brain. Yeah. So I think
and
these two are there, Zampa,
yeah,
Santner.
and apart from that, actually, I expect a lot of Asian spinners coming into this World Cup doing well, likes of Rashid Khan, Mujib. They have lived up to their expectations in one or two games, but have not been consistent enough. That's what I feel. Has been horrible. Bangladeshi spinners, I don't know. I don't want to comment only. They means how they don't get wickets by deceiving the batsman. They get wickets when batsmen taunt them and mistime it, and
Gets
fielders
out.
in deep take those catches.
Yeah, that's what. So I think apart from these two, we don't see any other spinner who has made an impact till now.
Keshav
Okay,
Maharaj
so
also one or two games means he has also been impressive in 2 3 games, but consistency matters. In this tournament, if you're a world class means if you want to win this tournament, you need to have a world class spinner, especially conditions favoring spinners. So you need that.
yeah, exactly. So let's move to our uh, next
Yeah.
game tomorrow.
Let's talk about New Zealand's batting. How did you means it got over very soon. They were in a hurry. They were in a hurry to finish it in 20 overs, but they lost four to five wickets.
Yeah, exactly. They wanted to finish as much as soon as possible. So that's why they were going hard from the ball one itself. In the process, the last few wickets, because for them that was not the motive. The motive was to chase down the target as soon as possible. So for that, they lost a few wickets. That's absolutely fine, I would say, because they wanted to chase some target, which once they chase it before the like 20-25 overs, their net run rate will get boosted, and the team chasing New Zealand with Pakistan, for them it gets more difficult. Currently, I would say it is they should actually play. Pakistan should play their game just to win the match, not to chase the target, because if they try to do that, they will lose the match for sure.
But nothing is there for them to lose now. It's either jao to khai, udhar jao to kuao. It's like that in between there. So they can do whatever they want, but let's see. And there's one more question: has T20 made spinners very defensive? Your take on it?
Yes, yes, obviously. T20, not only T20, I would also want to highlight few other aspect where because of which spinners are getting defensive. First of all, the pitch conditions. Most of the pitches now are flat, so it's not aiding spinner. So if it is not aiding spinner, obviously spinner need to come up with some other tactics, bowling little faster, uh, and other point I would say is shorter boundaries. So even if you bowl good, and even if it is a miss hit, most of the time
It clears the
it's
fence.
going to clear the fence. So these are the things after I think after till 2015 or prior to that, spinner doesn't have to have so many pace ball. They don't if they bowl in great length, that's enough
Apart
because
from that,
boundaries are big.
Shrikant, I feel T20 is a good thing. Okay, but in T20, bowlers tend to have so many variations to deceive the batsman. But play a means longer format like 50 overs or a Test cricket, your stock ball needs to be potent. It needs to be the wicket taking ball. Someone like Teechana, he's clueless what his stock ball is. So they and also in 50 overs and Test cricket, as a spinner, you need to land on the line and length very often. You need to create pressure for on the batsman to make an error shot and get them out. In T20, there are high chances batsman will go for it and mistime it and get out.
Yeah, obviously that, and even the mindset of the batsman also now it is like they can hit anyone,
Yeah.
and they do not have patience that much to okay I have to be there for at least 40, 50 balls, then I will try to accelerate. No, they are not
Now the
having.
negation part has died. In a one day format, no one wants to sit for 10, 20 balls and then build the innings.
I think that's why most of the games are already concluded by 20, 25 overs,
Yeah.
because either they have hit so many runs that they are already cruising, or they have lost so many wickets that they are almost in the verge of losing that match.
The
So
most underrated innings
if they
was
stay
that
till
day
20,
Cummins, which he played, how we negated the Afghani spinners. That even the top order batsmen are not able to do.
I mean, he just shut shocked one end. So
Yeah.
he was like, I'm not going to give away wicket. And he has made assure to Maxwell that you play freely as you like. I am there to support you. I'm not going to get out. So in this World Cup only, we have seen two instances where Cummins in the last match he has scored some 12 runs out of 68 balls, and he has scored some 38 or 39 in 17 balls as well. So he's having both the games. So that is commendable to see from him how he has showed the captaincy. He knows what to do
Maturity.
because
That maturity is very important.
during the whole partnership of 220, 230, he was just blocking there. He didn't let. Okay, okay. I'm not going to score runs, but I'm not going to give away wickets as well. So that kind of mentality, initial, I think by 15, 20 overs, if you are having that mentality, okay, let me settle in, let me let me use the batting for the longer period and let the ball gets old. Pitch does let the ball doesn't support the bowlers. Then I will um, come in the picture and I will hit it. So that's what South Africa is also doing. So if you have seen initial 25 overs, they might not be 6 runs per over. Uh, they will be keeping wickets in hand, and
They're
after
building
and
platform for the last 25 overs.
so when
Rampage
there is
mode.
nothing there on the pitch and if the ball is old, ball is not doing anything, there people like Miller, Markram,
Martin.
Klassen, they will just need to come and tonk the ball and you'll get the run. So that's what the template which they are following, and that is if
Rightfully, Trent Boult got a man of the match today. What do you think about it?
I mean, yeah, he deserved it. Those initial wickets were crucial. Uh, he took most of their informed batsmen. So uh, he was actually great.
Strick, do you feel
For
both
me.
the semifinals have already been decided now, or do you
Yes.
still feel?
No, it is decided. Apart
Okay.
from only one change, we have three teams. One change from last uh, edition of World Cup 2019. Only one team has been
South
introduced.
Africa came in for Australia.
England.
Sorry, England. Yeah. So South Africa will take on Australia at Eden Gardens, and India will take on New Zealand at Vancouver. And it will be a
Mankere
very
Stadium.
good matchups, both the matches. In the group stages, South Africa has better of Australia, and India has better of New Zealand. Let's see what will happen in the semi-finals.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is. It will be the same thing. I don't see any upset considering the calculation which Afghanistan and Pakistan has to do
Yeah,
achieve.
Afghanistan is totally out of the picture. They have to win the match by 450 runs or something like that, which is highly unlikely. And I don't think so they will do that.
I
And
mean, it was very unfortunate for Afghanistan. They could have won Australia game
yeah, and things would
if
have
they have
been
not
different for
dropped
them.
those matches. Yeah. It would have been if to win them if you win the match, they would be the most favorable team to qualify than New Zealand and
And
Pakistan.
also, even Australia would be in trouble.
Yeah, they wouldn't have got Q yet.
Yeah, so so that one incident, one Maxwell maniac innings completely changes the tournament. So that's how that's how good the player Maxwell is. So coming on to tomorrow's encounter, South Africa playing against
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan. Is it a dead rubber at Ahmedabad?
Dead rubber is semi-final spots. So in that way, you can say dead rubber. But if you say as per match day itself, I don't think it will be a dead rubber there because Afghanistan is playing very good cricket in their uh, World Cup, and they would be hurt from last match lost against Australia, so they would want to finish the tournament in a higher note. And
Yeah,
on the other side, South Africa will also wanted to finish better to get the take the momentum into semifinals. So they also would want to win the match and play semis with that form. So it will be, so considering both the teams want to do well, uh, and they will not be seeing qualification, especially Afghanistan qualification in picture. They want to enjoy the game and win the game. So in that aspect, I feel it would be a very good game. What do you think?
yeah. And yeah, it will be a means mouth-watering contest. South Africa has means already have fumbled against Netherlands. So if Afghanistan bat first and put a decent total, South Africa have not won. I guess they have only won one match against Pakistan while chasing. So they're not good chasers. That also they struggled. They struggled and won by a wicket. So if Afghanistan bat first and they post a total of 250 odd runs, then they have the magic to get the South African team out.
So do you think the same 11 will be playing for Afghanistan, or do you see any changes there?
I don't think much of a change, but I feel Fazal should come back in. Fazal should come back in for probably Noor or some Noor, but Noor has played in Ahmedabad, so he knows the conditions. But I personally feel Fazal was the missing factor in that Australian game also.
Yeah, and also to like add your support in this point. Noor Ali, obviously he created some chances, but he was not that effective
Noor was,
in the
as
match.
our subscriber told, he was too defensive that day. See, he was bowling some six stump, fifth stump line to Cummins. He was not even trying to get Cummins out. He should bowl more stump to stump, deceive him and get him out by LBW or something like that. But he was not trying to get him out. Instead, he was trying to get him out by edge or something, which was not working.
Yeah, I mean they after injury of Maxwell, they should have planned their approach little differently because he was not moving. He was not able
Yeah.
to move anywhere. They were just bowling him there on his arc.
I
Didn't have
mean,
to move
I
anything.
wouldn't be surprised if Ajay Jadeja would have given them good dosage in the dressing room after the game, because he is a very means thinking cricketer. Ajay Jadeja was a very thoughtful cricketer, so he would have given them right and left about their game plan, all those things.
Yeah. So I think yeah, even I also feel only that would be the change. Noor Ali will be sitting out, and unless there is Ahmedabad is actually spinning or spitting a lot, otherwise I think he will come back for Noor.
Yeah. And what about South Africa? Do you see any changes in South Africa? Do you see Totsi coming back for Shamsi?
I think they should be because Shamsi was not at all bowling well that match.
Yeah, he was terrible
So
against India. He was
he was.
bowling all leg side. He was given free gifts where
I think.
whatever
I think India
Keshav
is
Maharaj
going.
was creating pressure, this guy was coming and giving them gifts to Kohli and Iyer. He was bowling at leg side. They were easily negating him.
Yeah, I mean, if India would have left all the balls which he was the line which he was bowling, they would have got most of the out of. I think he has bowled 20 plus balls there in that area, and all would have been wide.
Yeah. And also, one more thing, Strick, I just read it now. Interesting
Hmm.
fact: Afghanistan is the team who has got least dismissal against a spinner. So they play spin really well.
Yeah, if I also want to highlight that point when they played against India, when Jadeja and Kuldeep were bowling brilliantly, they didn't give wicket in that middle phase. It was
Yeah.
only when Bumrah came back and broke that partnership, then only it was then only they could able to uh, uh, take more wickets after that. But the the team who is having very good spinners right now is India, and if they are able to play the spin of Kuldeep and Jadeja, obviously that shows that they have very good reading of the spinners.
Yeah, definitely. And with that point, I feel Kotsi should come back. Kotsi is a potent wicket taker. He doesn't. He's little bit expensive. He's young. He's sometimes erratic. But also, I feel South Africa in their death bowling, they have to improve. They have to bring their A game, because they're bowling lot of slower deliveries, cutters, all those things, shorter deliveries, which is not working in India. That's what I can tell.
I
They're
mean,
not backing.
he's bowling slower balls to number nine, number 10 batsmen. I don't know what you're doing. You just bowl there on stumps. Uh,
And
that
also, they're
was.
not backing their Yorkers. And none of the South African fast bowlers have a very good Yorker. Even Kagiso Rabada, who had a very good Yorker, is not bowling it on a regular basis. So something has to come into the picture, because again this match will be a warm up game for them for the main match against Aussies.
Yeah, obviously. So they want to go on semi-final with a lot of confidence. So I only see this as given you results yet, and he's a wicket taker bowler. Although he might leak you more runs, but he always strikes back, and that is very good to see. And he bats as well, so he can give a little advantage to you while batting.
So Shik, who is your who is your impact player for tomorrow?
impact player, I think I would like to see Alikil tomorrow
Okay.
for
Surprising
Afghanistan.
one.
He has not got while batting.
Okay. Okay.
What Alikil will keep.
No, I was surprised that you went for Ikram Alikil. You had so many options, and
I
okay,
know, I know.
yeah,
We have a lot of like choices, spoiled choices, but
yeah,
because
it's good one. He's a sensible guy.
he can
I
actually
would
give
back,
you, he can come as a finisher and those he
yeah,
can do.
I would back Aiden Markram to do well. Already he has played one good innings against Pakistan while chasing, and also initial half of the tournament he had that good form. He was milking runs. Now suddenly he has lost his touch. He's getting out means very early. So South Africa would need their middle order to again switch it back so that they come back into the contest.
Yeah, and he's also the guy where he forged those runs with the along with the partnership with others, and those middle phase he takes out the wicket crumbling
He's the
to sides
anchor.
from
He's
seam
the
up.
main anchor of their side.
Yeah, and he helps the coming batsmen to have this. He will help you to set a platform for them. So I think yeah, he's also a great choice for
Yeah.
match look out.
Is it will it be a good sign if Temba Boma suddenly has a flu or something and misses 2 3 games now? Is it good thing for South Africa stick?
I hope so because
Uh,
Temba is not helping his own cause and not for South Africa as well.
yeah,
You cannot replace him if he's fit. He's the
yeah,
captain for you.
yeah.
So yeah, if something happens to you, obviously we know who is going to come. Uh,
They would be really happy if that happens. But again, Temba needs to switch it back. He needs to come into form as well tomorrow. If he scores some 80 odd runs, then that will means that will boost his confidence. I feel at this time it's highly unlikely, but still I'm backing Temba Bavuma to perform for his team.
I think he'll get out to Muji first or second over within the power play.
He's not playing the spin properly. He's clueless.
He's not reading the straight ball.
Yeah, he's clueless which ball is turning, which ball is not. So that's the problem with Temba Bavuma. He has a poor defense. He's a test cricketer with poor defense. That is something I don't know what to tell about that.
I mean, if he travels to other countries like Sri Lanka, not Pakistan, they are just creating roads out there. India, even in if
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh,
Yeah.
there for sure.
I'm very much surprised when he means he made debut against India. At that series, he played really well. He used to stand there for almost 150, 200 balls and all for his 45 runs against quality spinners like Ashwin and Jadeja. What has happened to him? I don't know. Now he is getting out for Roll of Fandom over. All part timers he is getting out now.
I mean, Jadeja, even I can remember last match against India, straighter
Yeah.
ball from Jadeja, he got out.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's wait and watch what will happen. Any interesting matchups for to look out for, Shrik?
Uh, Interesting would be if Fazal is playing, I would want to see him and his swing bowling early on to Quinton de Kock.
Okay. I would be interested to watch GT Boys in action since it's happening in Ahmedabad. So Miller versus Rashid. It can be a mouth-watering contest, but that also depends when Miller will come and bat, and also when Rashid will come and bowl. Apart from that, Quinton de Kock taking on Fazalak if he plays or Mujib. That will be an interesting contest as well. Okay. I guess
Yeah, I think mostly he will try to take on
yeah.
Fazal
I
Farooq.
guess we have covered everything. Anything left, Shrik? Any injuries?
No, I have not heard of any injuries, yeah, at least now
Okay.
till now. So let's see what is the news from the stadium tomorrow, and again we'll come back
Yeah,
later on.
I heard one news that fifth T20 of India Australia, which is scheduled at December 10, is moved from Hyderabad to Bengaluru. So Bengaluru, the fans who are staying in Bengaluru will be really excited to grab that opportunity and go and witness a contest between India and Australia, which is this T20 series is happening just after the World Cup. So we'll see. We'll wait and watch what goes on.
Yeah, that we'll discuss in that series versus India versus Australia.
Australia.
So we'll have a discussion there that time. That will be some other segment, another one about T20Is. Uh, yeah. So I think apart from that, there is no other news, right?
There's no other news. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for being this long. Like, share, and subscribe. If there's an interesting match tomorrow, we'll definitely do and watch along. Afghanistan always produce some interest in this tournament, so let's see. And also, they are facing South Africa, who are also pretty pathetic while chasing. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Until then, let's go
Fundamental.
fundamentals.